up, everyone? What's up? God damn it. I always forget to turn on the new camera. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. I always forget that the Sony camera, you have to actually go up there and turn it on. And go. So, how's everyone doing today? It is Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday. Let's taco about it. I'm early? No, it's 7:30. I think you're forgetting that in the USA we have daylight savings time, so the time's adjusted. Welcome to the USA, where we elect morons and our time doesn't even make sense. Yeah. Basically, yeah, I lost an hour of sleep over the weekend because someone decides, hey, yeah, it's a good idea to move the clock forward an hour, and then we're going to move it back. I hate daylight savings time. It's some of the dumbest shit. Let's just keep it an hour forward, moving forward. Let's stop this bullshit. Because I also have a manual alarm clock, because I'm a little old-fashioned that way, a radio alarm clock. So I actually have to remember to adjust that hour. Like, I swear to God, on yesterday, I almost was late to work because I'm used to, like, having 2 alarms go off, and only my watch and phone went off, but not the alarm clock, because it was an hour. Obama was okay. Obama had his own issues in different ways, but yeah, in the grand scheme of things, like, let's put it this way. Obama was here. You know, you could do better. He was all right. Trump is like where the floor is. So what's up, everybody? How's it going? So pardon me finishing up my little dinner here. We have some goat chanfana. It's a Portuguese dish made with some Portuguese wine in a crock pot all day long. If you've never had goat, goat is amazing. I was kind of shocked that I found out most Americans have never had fish heads. Never had goat. Like, they all get freaked out over liver and cow tongue. And I'm over here like, lengua taco, por favor. I want to go back to Portugal just for the food. Like, seriously, I just want to be on a beach in Portugal, eating Portuguese food, drinking Portuguese wine. I got the food. I got the wine. I'm just not there. I just finished off one bottle. Not a whole bottle in one sitting, just finished it. Anyway, so we got some interesting things we're going to be doing tonight. I picked up this device over here. Now, you might just be like, oh, okay, Chief just got another, hotspot over here. Well, it's not important that it's a hotspot. It's what we're going to do with this hotspot. So, apparently, the Electronic Frontier Foundation came out with a way to modify this so that we can actually use it to detect stingrays. As in the IMSI captures that law enforcement and such use to be able to intercept calls. So that should be fun. No, this is not a 5G hotspot, it's a 4G hotspot. But that should be more than enough for what we're doing with it. So we're going to reprogram this in a bit using EFF's own little software. They called out this specific model as being usable. It's a nice little device, and the cool thing about this is only $20. We are also going to have a software-defined radio, which I was hoping was going to come in for this stream, but it will be here tomorrow. So we're going to be doing some software-defined radio stuff. But, yeah, so if you go to GitHub, yours came in today too? Yeah, Wicked. We were talking about this over in the Discord. So if you're not part of the Discord or the Matrix server, go check that out. We talk about some pretty fun stuff in there. One of the members actually shared this project in there. Shout out to, I think HBX was the OP. Shared this project, came from the EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, which, by the way, if you're not familiar with them, oh, thank you for the follow, Handsome Inked. Thank you for that. If you're not already a member of the Electronic Frontier Foundation, I'm not associated with them in any other way than I am a member of them myself. I donate money to them every year. I'm a gold member. Thank you for the follow, Patty142. So the Electronic Frontier Foundation, if you're not aware with them, they're a nonprofit that fights for our privacy and digital cyber rights all over the United States, and I think also possibly some other places. They do a great job of educating people on the risks and everything that goes on there, keeping us aware of legislation that could be infringing upon our civil rights and everything. I'm not sponsored. I'm not affiliated with them, other than I think they are a great nonprofit that definitely deserves a lot of love. Period. If you're in cybersecurity, if you're in technology, the EFF is your best friend. The EFF even does provide legal counsel to people who are not doing things that are really wrong, like developers making projects, cybersecurity people, ethical hacking, things like that. So, really great organization that you should be aware of. So is this for avoiding stingrays? You can't really avoid stingrays. The most that you can do is detect them. So we're going to find out how exactly this works, or at the very least try to get this set up today. This might need some additional tinkering because I literally just got it. So, let's try charging this boy. I have not turned this on. I literally just got it. Oh, and by the way, the battery replacement on this laptop, so we've been working on the MNT Pocket Reform laptop. I don't know if you can see it. We managed to get full 100% charge for the first time on this laptop, proving that one of the battery packs was in fact defective, so our fixes that we did last stream was able to work on it. FrostyTools.com. What was Frosty doing? Make your data oh, I love that bot. EFF is good, folks. EFF has always been good. Yeah. Chief, may I ask you a question? That is your one question for the stream. No, I'm joking. What's your question, buddy? Do you use Notion? Yeah, I do. For personal stuff. For business stuff, I think Notion is extremely lacking. I prefer Atlassian Suite with Confluence, Jira, and all of that. They work a lot better. Notion works best for maybe like small teams, stuff like that. So this is the MNT Pocket Reform. This has been doing great. Why didn't they test it more full or now fixing Wi-Fi as a next task? Well, it's a fully open source project, so part of the fun is tinkering with this. They do a lot of work and they design a lot of things, but part of the fun for people like me is we like to hack our devices to make them work in the ways we want. So like this doesn't come with a cell modem, but I'm going to be figuring out where to put my cell antennas in here when I put the cell modem in. You can make it run with the cell modem. It was made for it. Now, we figured out what the Wi-Fi issue is. It's kind of heat related, but not exactly, but the fix is a 2-for-1. So, I was talking to some members in the community. Basically, this PCB here, this backplate is a PCB infused with copper. How many of you know the properties of copper insofar as when you're doing wireless signals? Essentially, the copper here made it a Faraday cage mostly, so the signal can't easily permeate out here. It can get out through the sides, it can get out through the aluminum apparently, but copper's having a real tough time. So what people have figured out is the aluminum backplate fixes a lot of issues, and it also drops the heat on it about 30 degrees Celsius for this device, according to testing. Now, I am waiting for PCBWay to send mine. They are sponsoring the hardware we're working on this, so I'll soon have a um, purple one to match this anodized aluminum over here, made of 6061 aluminum, same aluminum as here. I think PCBWay is actually the same company that makes these cases. And we're going to replace this top here with my own top that has a logo. Buy a cheapo TP-Link Wi-Fi dongle. I got a bunch of those. But that's no fun, because then I have to get a USB-C to USB-A adapter, because I can't really find USB-C Wi-Fi adapters. But I did manage to fix the battery. We'll get the cell modem installed here. We'll get the cell antennas. I'm hoping that I can place the cell antennas in here, because there's gaps in this bezel over here. So I can probably sandwich that in to be very nice. Now, the aluminum backplate, so you can you eSIM on it? I don't know about that, but it has a physical SIM slot in here. So they did design it with that idea in mind, that you could drop an a SIM in here. I wouldn't be surprised if someone can hack away for an eSIM to work on here. I just haven't gone about tinkering with that. So we're waiting for the aluminum backplate. Hopefully, I should hear about that any day from now. PCBWay, your phone is an eSIM. That's your phone. Having a phone and having a full-on computer, two different things for that. Because I don't know the specifics of running an eSIM in Linux. I'm sure it can be done. I just haven't tested with it. But yeah, this guy should be hopefully completely fixed by the end of the month to the ways that I want it. Cell modem and everything. Now, I did test out the battery life on this. You get about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. Anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, depending on the work you're doing. So, lightweight tasks, it's really great for that. So I'm thinking when I travel to, like, say, DEF CON, I can have a battery pack, and then basically this can last me most of my trip. All the IT jobs I applied to are asking for certifications, sir. I don't know what to tell you. It's a kind of a different world than when I started, when we didn't have to worry about these certs and everything. I hear, like, A+ is a good start, but it's a catch-22. They want to see experience. You can't get experience because you don't have the certs. It just depends. What's up, Hans? Cyber decks are so cool. Yeah, I like this. This is a nice looking cyber deck over here. And part of the fun for this device is tinkering with it. So, like, even with the, issues I've had with it, that's part of the fun, is figuring out how to get this working the way I want. Like, that's why I told people this is not a device I would recommend to most people. It's a really niche device. Now, is that Puppy Linux on your shirt? No, it's, Datadog. Alright, so let's go to GitHub and grab this project. Which one should I start with? A+? That seems to be the nice basic one for a lot of people to start in terms of IT. You can do A+, then go for your Security+, Network+. Again, you're talking to someone that doesn't have, well, I have one cert, CISSP. I didn't have any other certs. This goat is delicious. This goat is the goat. Can I use a VPN to breach the mainframe? Here, go watch Hackers. Puppy Linux would be a small shirt. Okay, so there's a couple of projects that I found, and I do star these. So if you go to EFF.org, you can find Array Hunter. Use Cubes OS as a daily driver. It's a daily driver I use. It's in the laptop I've used the most, but I also got a new Tuxedo computer laptop. Okay, so let's see. Setup. Release bundle and extract it. Alright. So you can pick this up from EFF.org. And by the way, they have a lot of different projects in here if you ever want to see their open source stuff. They even have their little privacy badger ad blocker that's open sourced, along with other things. Yeah, EFF does a lot of amazing things. 7 Days to Die runs great on Linux. A game, I guess it? Yes? What's up, Bedrock? How's it going? Thank you for the follow, ZenHH. HZZ. How's it going? What do you do with your older PCs? Do you sell them or store them? I store them. If I ever do sell or give away a computer, I rip the hard drive out. I never give a computer with a hard drive. Unless I, will explicitly tell you I'll put a new drive in it. Well, old hard drives, spinning rust. You can nuke the drive with Derek's boot and nuke. But solid state disks, the recommended way to keep data safe is destroying the drive. What's the last awesome little bash one-liner you've written? It's been a while. Here. Cat, opt. Reset pipewire. It's not really a one-liner so much as this. Wait, what the hell? Give me 1 second. I just realized that was not displaying the screen. Hold up. Okay. Why are you not working today? That's annoying. Give me a sec. And before you say, oh, it's a Linux issue, it's not. The streaming box is on Windows. I have more issues with the streaming box than I do anything else. Hold on. Motherfucker, turn the light on. Okay. Not those. Okay, that was the cable. I think I had to unplug it longer. Hold on. God damn it. Tech stream without tech issues. There we go. The good old unplug it and plug it back in. 90% of the time, it works every time. Boom. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's drop the monitor down. Don't you dare fucking smack me, you dickhead. The dog just came down. He's a bobber. He's a bobber. You just want attention. You just want attention, don't you? Don't you? You're a dick. You're cute, but I love you, dickhead. So you could use your older drives as gun target practice? Yes. That's Barack. He's 1 year old. No, he's not named after the president. Everyone thinks that. He's named after a bolt of lightning. In Hebrew. Mean to the puppy? He's mean to me! Have you seen the way he comes on stream and smacks the shit out of me? He almost knocks my wine over. Dick. Very, very frightening me. Galileo, Galileo, Figaro. What else are you streaming on? Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I simulcast to all three when I can. That goat is the goat. Albeit a little bony. Oh, forgot to show you this before we get too deep. These came in today. The new edition of 2600 magazine, as well as last quarter's one, because, I forgot to renew in time. What does he like to eat? Everything. So if you're ever curious how a lot of the cybersecurity hacking community, InfoSec community, communicated a lot of things, this was one of the ways. And I still subscribe to them, even though I was turned on to this when I was a little kid. So, in the latest issue, the table of contents, doubling down, a brief look at Apple's Gatekeeper, more fun with URL hacking, get your free personal info here, domain name battlefield, the strength and weakness of a low profile, telecom informer, press P for perseverance, TIS 100, what it tasted like, the FCC and ham licensing. After the cyber attack, land of the rising subs, use OSINT to investigate a phishing scam, hacker perspective, red team unauthenticated client Active Directory fun, hidden injection, letters, affecting digital freedom, what comes next for the art of hacking, big tech is not the Soviet Union, it's capitalism gone wild, City of Flint, pwned hard, flatline, digital resurrections and the dawn of virtual immortality, artificial interruption, playlist, payphone extenders, the access numbers that replaced red boxing, part 2, Pierre O'Brien, harassment agent, episode 4, hacker happenings, the marketplace, and of course, meetings. So, for those of you not aware, this is a small little magazine that you can pick up, and it comes out every quarter. There's 4 issues every year. You can subscribe to them online, get digital or physical copies. I prefer physical copies. But you can also pick these up at Micro Center, Barnes & Noble, and many other bookstores. So if you're worried about, oh, I don't want people to know that I'm on, some kind of subscription for a hacker magazine, you get this. And if you're curious where the name the 2600 comes from, it is from 2600 hertz, the frequency we used of a Captain Crunch whistle for phone phreaking. And if you're not familiar with phone phreaking, that is how we used to manipulate old phone systems to be able to do long-distance international calls and all of that for free. My dad taught me phone phreaking. It was fun. What's up, Inferno? What's up, Code Custodian? Manga for nerds. I mean, there's no artwork really there, but yeah. Do I know what I'm doing? Hell no, but I'm learning. You want a secret? None of us really know what the fuck we're doing. We just exist, man. We're all but dust in the wind, man. So let's get the file extracted for the Stingray detector so I can install this on here. So the idea is, from my understanding, we're going to flash this guy with some extra software. You can potentially do it with other devices, but they specifically called out in the EFF repo this. I'll show it again in a second because my capture card wasn't working for a second and I had to restart that whole thing. We're gonna call you Ray Hunter. Cool. All right. So, as I said, you can go to EFF's GitHub over here. They have this thing called Ray Hunter, and you can read the documentation here. Now, it should be important. This code is proof of concept and should not be relied upon in high-risk situations. They got to give that legal disclaimer. But this is a fun thing to play with. Flying by the seat of our pants, pretty much. Like, do y'all really think I'm that much of an expert in AWS? Fuck no. I didn't really even start using AWS properly until I started my current position, and then somehow I've become, from my numbers and calculations, one of the 3 only people that does the tech work in a department of 40 that actually knows AWS decently well. Like, we can terraform shit and all that. Best Linux distribution for Gooners? What do you mean a Gooner? Like the Goonies? From, the Goonies? Hey, you guys! Okay. I need help. I'm tired of Windows clobbering my PC with some weird-ass things in the background. What distro is just easy to use and game on? Some say Ubuntu, Mint, Pop! OS, but I still don't know. I'm using Pop! OS, personally. I game on it just fine. Okay. So, let us read the instructions. Okay, turn on the Orbic device. It says welcome. It's very friendly. Mint is easy from Windows. That's debatable. That really is debatable. Okay, retrieving data usage info. Turn on the Orbic device. Okay, so this has been tested for Ubuntu. Alright. CD. Let's get Ray Hunter. And then going to so apparently I need to get a SIM card as well. Not that it needs a SIM card. So if we read, it depends. Operation of Ray Hunter does require the insertion of a SIM card into the device, but whether that's a SIM card has to be currently active for our test to work is still under investigation. If you want to use the device as a hotspot in addition to a research device, an active plan would of course be necessary. However, we have not done testing yet to know whether an active subscription is required for detection. If you want to test the device with an inactive SIM card, we would certainly be interested in seeing any data you collect, and especially any runs that trigger an alert. So this device is built for Verizon. So I was actually looking at least setting this guy up, seeing what it looks like, and then we probably are going to need to go get a prepaid Verizon card. Gooner, someone who likes to watch porn a lot. Okay, so you're telling me someone that needs to go outside and touch grass? Have you tried touching grass? Or at least, this is why I have to say, the internet has ruined a lot of people. Because at least we used to go outside, touch grass, and, have to go to a store to get our Playboy. Yeah. Also, the days of when you had to actually worry about viruses from adult content are kind of long gone for the most part. You're more likely to get viruses and stuff performing in adult content. But you're more likely to get it, honestly, from malware and stuff in terms of the cyber way. Not malware, pirating video games is one of the largest vectors. It's interesting how adult content has dropped down, and video game piracy is one of the more common mediums of that happening. I haven't tried Catchy OS. Alright, so let's see. We need... God damn it. Oh. Force a switch into the debug mode to enable ADB. Wait, what? Wait, so you're telling me that my neighbor ad isn't a virus and my neighbor is really there? That's epic. Yeah, there are also MILFs that want to bang you in your neighborhood. Give me a sec, we're installing some stuff. Serial latest Ubuntu serial. What the hell? Hold on. Let's see what the issues say. Ubuntu install fail. Okay. We gotta figure out why it's giving me that error. Sometimes ChatGPT does come in handy. We'll see what it says. I tried one on Android tablet before. Why would you do that? Okay, so let's check the glibc version. 2.35. Ah. It may be because I'm on an older version. Okay. glibc 2.38. Because I'm on Ubuntu 22.04 basically. Not to just upgrade glibc. Huh. So I have to look up why, oh why is this not working? I basically just gotta install a new version of glibc. I could build it. Let's see if somebody's got a better build package for it rather than me do it and possibly fucking shit up. Let's try Pop OS in the search. Need to support older versions. Nope. I'll have to play with it on another device, I think. Because they built it for Ubuntu 2404. Hold on. I wonder if can we get Ubuntu 2404 installed in a VM and then pass that through. So we're going to download Ubuntu Desktop. Alright, that's going to take a few minutes. What's up, Mayo? How's it going? Okay. To KVM. Okay. This should be doable. I haven't really passed through a USB device on a VM in a minute, so I forgot. We got a hotspot, and I'm trying to turn it into a Stingray Hunter. Oh. I don't know if you saw that, Mayo. We got a 4G hotspot, and I'm trying to turn it into a Stingray Hunter. I have downloaded some stuff on Mac. Can I still be at risk for malware? If it's on the internet, anything can be compromised. And not to scare you, but Mac malware is on the rise. I don't know where people got this myth a long time ago that Mac doesn't get viruses like Windows does. Because they all do. What do you recommend for antivirus for Mac? Well, the first thing I recommend is not installing stupid shit. Not clicking every button. That's platform agnostic. Now, sorry, Bone. If you still want an antivirus, Mac technically has a free one built in. And Malwarebytes isn't a good antivirus. Malwarebytes is better at malware, but it's not a good overall system, to be honest. It's great in a pinch, but I'm more of a Bitdefender fan for the average everyday person. In a business, I like CrowdStrike. People still use Kaspersky? No. There's been a few questions around Kaspersky for a while. If I recall, it has Russian roots. And I'm not saying necessarily just because it's Russian it's bad, but there's been some allegations of impropriety, shall we say. I plan to buy a new gaming desktop later this year. Nice. Using Vert Manager. Using Cameo. Where's the Vert Manager section? Oh, here we are. Okay. Connect Vert Manager to the hotspot on USB. No, I don't want that. Don't want that. Hotspot. To a USB device. Instead of calling it a hotspot. Because if I was to build it, it would cost me a lot in customs fees. Wait, it costs you more to build a computer than to buy it? That's kind of fucked. Is Russian websites known to be shady? There's a lot of shady websites that are Russian, but it doesn't mean necessarily that just because they're Russian that they're shady. Does that make sense? Speaking of Vert Manager, I'm following that virtual home lab guide pinned in Discord. I've learned I really, really hate networking. Welcome to the club! Although you need to learn networking. Oh. That's fucking easy. Okay. So, let's grab this ISO. Images. We'll also put a backup in the VM ISO folder. Man, I still got Ubuntu 20.04 on here? Should probably remove that. That's out of date. Okay. So now let's open up Vert Manager and make a shiny new VM. And browse local. Get Ubuntu. Come on. Do the thing. There we go. Ubuntu 24.04. 4 gigs, 2 cores should be more than enough. Just in case, will allow you up to 30 gigabytes. Should be more than enough. And let's build the VM. Spectrum is such a crap ISP. Paying for gig up and down, getting 90 megabit. The honest truth, I don't think it's your ISP if you're only getting 90. There's probably something in your local network. Believe me, happens more often than not. So the best thing you should do to test this out remove the router behind the modem. In front of the modem. Connect one device, like a laptop, directly up to it. Do all your speed tests with it. Over wire. If you're getting the speeds that you're supposed to be getting off the modem, it's not the ISP. It's probably your router or some combination thereof, with your devices and everything. So, yeah, I would check that out. Because if it is an issue with them, they can contact them, and they are required to give you 80% guaranteed as a consumer. Change my ISP to a NIT 7 and get 25 gigabit. Nice. Meanwhile, I'm over here fighting my ISP to give me basic fiber so I can get a little bit faster. Nobody needs boot up music, Ubuntu. And don't need accessibility. We're just going to use the wired connection. Let's just do the update. Do the thing. Please do the needful, Ubuntu. iPerf 3 to check connections within your network. Well, within your network, yeah, but we're talking about checking outside the network. We don't have a auto YAML. We'll just do the extra. Basically testing net performance. Yeah. Alright, because I don't care about this, we're just going to give it the password of password. I really don't care. It's a local VM. There's not going to be anything on here. Yeah, iPerf is really great for checking your connection between your PC and NAS, but when you're checking your ISP, unless you have iPerf, to hit something, it doesn't really work as well. They just need to plug up directly to the modem, do a speed test, and be able to do that. They just need the basic speedtest.net. I just needed to reinstall pfSense. Now I'll be right back and check my modem. There you go. pfSense can be a bitch. It can also be your rate limiter. It can also be... There's so many ways to fuck up your router and firewall. Which distro is running the VM? This is Pop! OS. Pop! OS is the distribution I generally like most of the time. At least for a lot of my daily use, like when I'm gaming and tinkering and all that. Cubes OS is what I like for security, but when I need to do general work, Pop! OS is where I go. I did that already at work on my own personal device. Should I run Docker container for Spotify? But why do you need to run a Docker container at all for Spotify? Just run a tab in the background. No reason to be so extra, dude. No, you want to be really extra. Get yourself an Apple Express Airport. Use the ability for it to broadcast music over the network. Connect an iPod to it and make yourself a radio station, basically, over the internet. Well, not the internet, but at least your LAN. Like, I don't think people realize just how great this shit was. The Apple Airport Express, this was really ahead of its time. You literally just plugged in Ethernet, and then you could actually put USB in there and network it. Or, you notice that? You have a headphone jack. You used to be able to plug your iPod or something in, and then it would just be able to, be your own little internet thing. Yeah, this was really great. It was really ahead of the time. I don't know if I'm really happy about the rumors that Apple's going to release airport and, Wi-Fi equipment again, because the Apple of today is not the Apple that created this. The Apple that made this was the same Apple that made this, which was the same Apple that made... God damn it, where is it? Oh, not that. Okay, I swear it was here somewhere. It's somewhere out there. But basically, the same Apple that made the MacBook Pro that I actually liked before they soldered all their shit and went to... What's up, Live and Learn? So I got a Pixel 9 Pro XL. I'm trying to figure out a use for it before I go opening it. Any thoughts? I can't zoom this camera in. We're changing to the other camera for dramatic effect. Hold up. Pretend this was zoomed out, okay? Okay? Come here. I got something to show you. What you're gonna want to do is install this. If you have a Pixel phone, this is my favorite operating system, Graphene OS. It's the most secure operating system right now for cell phones. Yes, Louis Rossmann and myself have said the developers of it are a little bit toxic because they don't understand different threat models, and they are a little bit too puritanical and don't understand that there's different ways to see the same thing. But, get this. De-Googled. Private. It doesn't even come with Play Store out the box. You can install Play Store, and it's sandboxed. You have more control over your privacy and security with it. The browser that it comes with out of the box is Vanadium, which is a hardened Chrome. It even has a hardened PDF reader. Any thoughts? I have a 14 Pro Max iPhone I don't intend to switch off of. I'm honestly on an iPhone 15 over here. Where the fuck did I put my phone? Oh, it's over here. It blended in. I have an iPhone 15 over here. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've talked about this a couple streams ago, I believe. This may be my last iPhone. Because I'm thinking of switching when the Pixel 10 comes out. To that. With Graphene OS. Get a Pixel Watch. With a cell phone plan. Which will be doing my Google Wallet stuff. Why is it that? Why am I getting the Apple Watch just for that reason? Well, Graphene does have one issue with it, but it's not really an issue with Graphene. It's an issue with how Google does things. Google will not allow you to do Google Pay, Google Wallet, all of that stuff, unless you are on a signed operating system that they approve of. Graphene OS, for obvious reasons, hasn't been. I'm in the UK, getting rid of my iPhone ASAP. I mean, you're in the UK, you're kind of boned, period. Because, they're going after all encryption stuff. So here's the reality. You wouldn't just have to ditch your iPhone. You'd have to ditch all centralized services that you depend on for storing your music and all of that stuff. You would need to move all your communications to Signal. They at least are privacy respecting. And Matrix Communications, which, by the way, I do have a Matrix server if you want to chat in there. You would need to roll your own encrypted app for your a server for your contacts, your calendar, and everything. You would need to roll like something like, was it Inti or something like that? Telegram? No, don't. Fuck that. Fuck that app. Telegram is bullshit. I don't know why everyone loves this app when the reality is it's not secure. It's not. The end-to-end encryption that they offer in there is only on a one-to-one basis, and it's optional. It's not encrypted by default. Fuck that app. And that's why they got in trouble legally, by the way, in the EU. Because they actually didn't... So, Signal and WhatsApp at least have the plausible deniability argument of we can't moderate the platform properly because everything is end-to-end encrypted. Telegram got slammed hard because They had access to all the messages all this time. They had access to all the group chats and everything. And they allowed nefarious content to fester on there. Personally use Threema over Signal and Matrix. There's no one I know that uses Threema. That's the big thing I keep telling everybody. It's like, why don't you use Threema? Because no one uses Threema. I use Signal because at least if I go around, more people are likely to use Signal. Now, more people are likely to use WhatsApp, but fuck Meta, because I don't know if y'all have ever seen just how much metadata WhatsApp is collecting and they're actually using. I've seen weird things where, WhatsApp, I was communicating with some people on WhatsApp while I was traveling. I had no connection to them whatsoever. And back when I had a Facebook profile, it was recommending me to friend people that I had no connection to on Facebook. No mutuals, no nothing. The only point of contact we had was WhatsApp. What about their supposed no-log policy Telegram supposedly has? That's bullshit. Because here's the reality, like I said. It's a centralized service. If you go log into the app, the data's saved there. And it's not encrypted. So they can say they don't keep logs, but they keep the entire history of your messages there in an unencrypted form. Nah. Telegram is bullshit. What's your thoughts on NordVPN and Pass? I don't like Nord. They got in hot water, was it 2 or 3 years ago, because they got pressured by the cybersecurity community. There was a researcher that found there was a security issue in NordVPN. On the surface, though, the issue itself wasn't that bad. That's not what I'm complaining about. What I'm complaining about is their handling of it. They tried to bury it and not disclose it. Let me put it this way. I won't penalize companies for having flaws and bugs. All software is made by humans. They will inevitably have flaws. I judge companies by how they respond to issues. That's how you judge a company. And Nord, the way they had to be pressured to get that information released and disclosed, no. Trying to convince myself to use Signal, but the fact you have to register your number. That's not an argument against it. Every single service, pretty much, when you're using WhatsApp, things like that, needs you to register your number. But that's only because it's an anti-bot protection. They want to make sure you're a real person. Once you actually log into Signal, you can create a username, and you never have to give your phone number out. So don't worry about it. And even then, okay, so what? Signal's gonna be able to give useless metadata to anyone that issues a warrant or subpoena against you. Like, they literally fuck with the authorities and give them the timestamps in Unix time. They don't even bother to, like, say, yeah, it was this time and day. They literally say Unix timestamp. They have to decipher it themselves. Proton's not bad. I am affiliated with Proton, so just throwing that out there if you want to help support this channel and everything. Links in bio. The Russian army was able to get data from a dissident on Telegram. Well, that's because there's been allegations that Telegram is backdoored by the Russian authorities. And I'm one of those people throwing allegations. So for those of you that don't know, I was actually for a period of time helping a company out that was dealing with employees that were in Ukraine and Russia. At the start of the Ukrainian conflict, the most recent one, I educated these employees on how to use Tor, to use Signal, and at the time WhatsApp, because it was one of those cases of just use something that's not Telegram. Or, that. Because we had, I think it was like 24 people flee Ukraine and Russia. Every single person using Telegram got caught. But all the people using WhatsApp and Signal didn't. What do you think was behind the Twitter hack yesterday? I think there was a hacking group that claimed responsibility for it. It's a DDoS. Telegram forks just as bad? Yes. Can I use 2 VPNs, one on the router, one on my PC? Why? How do you feel about Proton Pass and Proton Mail? I'm affiliated with them. They're good shit. As a Muslim, you're the only Jewish man who I look up to and learns a lot from you. Keep it up, man. Wassalamu alaikum. I got plenty of cousins that are Muslim. Look, we're all family. You're my cousin, okay? I'm like Elon. I'm gonna send my heart out to you in a non-Nazi way. Can I use yeah, I mean, yeah, I already answered that. Will do. So the UK is done with privacy-wise. No escape? Kind of. You're gonna have to move away from centralized companies, like thinking Google's going to protect you and Apple's going to protect you. Well, Google's never going to protect you, let's be honest. They've been a little bitch for a while. You're going to need to lean more towards like going to de-Google devices. Like get yourself a Fairphone with EOS. Get yourself a Pixel phone with Graphene OS. Get yourself using Linux instead of Windows and Mac. You need to start taking privacy seriously in your own hands. You can't depend on Microsoft to protect you. You can't depend on Apple to protect you. You can't depend on Google. You have to protect yourself and learn to do these things yourself. Elon sold his can to Trump. Yeah, that's no shock there. What's your opinion on Windscribe? I've been using it for a bit now. Windscribe. We talking about the ISP or something else? That name sounds familiar. I just can't put a finger on it. Anyway, let's restart this VPN. Oh, VPN provider? Look, there's 50 million VPN providers. I'm not going to try them all. I'm just going to put it this way. There's a reason why there's only 2 VPN providers that are very well known in the cybersecurity community. Proton and Mullvad. Proton is more secure, decently private, with some good protections around there because they're based in Switzerland. Mullvad is totally private, doesn't work as well with streaming. So like Hulu, Netflix, all that, don't work as well with them. I use both for different things. Have you tried Mullvad's browser? No. It's basically, from what I recall, a Firefox clone with a bunch of the same extensions as I use on other stuff. Not saying it's bad, I'm just saying I got enough of those. Look, on my main desktop, I got Brave, Firefox, Florp, and Zen. I got enough browsers I played with. Do you happen to know how to isolate user local Pacman package management? I'm sorry, I don't really do Arch that much. I don't really know too much about Pac-Man. Besides, he's got the hots for Miss Pac-Man. What is the best browser that you would say? Firefox or one of its forks? Because fuck the Chromium monopoly. You're a web developer? No. Cybersecurity engineer. I'm sorry I keep asking, but I see this account called Evil KBGY9 that gives tech advice. Don't know them. Brave browser thoughts. One of my mentors was actually a project manager for Brave browser. She was awesome. I should hit her up and see how she's doing. Okay, so USB redirector. Okay, so okay, where are we looking for? USB host device. Oh, that's pretty straightforward. It's gotta be this Qualcomm guy over here. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so let's open up terminal. I use Firefox with user.js with Butterfax as my only browser. Yeah. I want to get rid of Chrome. What should I switch to? Firefox? Or one of its forks? Okay, cool. So we've got that piped through. Let's see, github.com. You've exceeded a secondary rate limit? God damn it. Every time I forget to turn off my damn VPN because I'm trying to actually poke at something from a different country. That's not a boat. That's a boat. That's not a boat. That's a boat. Alright, Ray Hunter. Let's get the release. Release.tar. God, I hate light mode. My eyes, they burn! Seriously? You know, let me put it this way. I can agree to disagree, but I do think the death penalty should be there for people that actually enforce light mode as a default. Is that the makers of Privacy Badger? Yep. EFF makes that. Sudo apt install Rusta. Okay, so let's see. Where? Okay, so CD downloads tar xvzf xvf. I didn't mean to install it here, but fine. Force a switch into... Oh, there we go. It's rebooting the device. So what we did is... Oh, I probably should show you. So we forced this device into ADB mode. It's doing the install right now. Come on, do the thing. Do the needful. USB host device. Oh, it changed. Okay, so I had to reconnect the device into the VM. And the reason why we had to do this is technically I'm on Pop! OS 2204, which is based on Ubuntu 2204. So the glibc version is a little bit old, and rather than borking my whole system, I threw it in a VM so I'd have a clean environment with Ubuntu 2404. It's doing the needful! One more question before I have to go. How do you feel about Network Chuck? I like Network Chuck. I think it did the needful. Think it did the needful. Every time it reboots, it gives it a new path. Okay. So I noticed it has this green line at the top now. And I think that's exactly what it's trying to do. Give me 1 second. Remove. Remove. Okay, it's rebooting again. What's your opinion on Fedora 41? That it exists. It's an option. I'm more of a Debian guy. That's just my personal preference. Some people like Fedora. Not saying anything negative about it. To each their own. Except those arch people. Those are people that parents didn't love them enough. For experience, what tools do you recommend an analyst should practice and master? Load question, I know. That's a wide thing. It's more about concepts than anything, because the tools will vary from position to position, hardware, software stacks, all that. And are you talking network analyst or cybersecurity analyst? Ha! Okay, so that did the needful. Okay, so now let's remove that. And then shut that down. So I'm going to show you what I noticed it's doing now. So we still have the hotspot. We can use this as a hotspot. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I like this camera a little bit better for this reason. Do you see that little green bar at the top? So apparently if that green bar turns red, we start having issues. So it's doing some extra analysis there. Now, see what the web UI looks like. Give me a sec. http://localhost. Is it 8080? Damn it. Hold on. Will you do the needful? Okay, hold on. Over USB, ADB forward. Oh, I need to install ADB. Unity C2F frameworks. I haven't done too much of them. Cyber SOC. Okay, yeah, so it'd be more just about knowing the concepts in terms of blue teaming, things like Wireshark on a network level. You've got things like you'd be probably dealing with going through a SIM to be able to go through different amounts of data and everything. Give me 1 second. Add yourself to the plug dev group. Okay. ADB kill server, ADB start server. ADB devices. Okay. Are you really gonna make me do this? You annoying son of a bitch. Okay, so also, what EDR do you recommend for blue teaming? I would say Elastic or Huntress. EDR? You can play with the open source ones like Waza, but some people may hate on me for this, but I like CrowdStrike. Especially now that you have control over the content, the channel file updates that originally gave them issue. And now you officially have more granular control than most other EDRs out there. That's just my take. Son of a bitch. All right. Oh, that is sweet. Oh, that is sweet. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to show you what is sweet. I can do a PCAP. This is great. EFF did a great job. Give me 1 second. I will show this. I got to just figure out how to hide some info over here for obvious reasons. Okay, hold up. Just gonna extend that part. And we're gonna drop that down. Okay. So I'm cutting off part of the screen for obvious reasons. So this is connecting to this over USB. So I can actually do some analysis. Analysis report of current capture, test whether the ME sends an IMSI identify request NAS message. So this can actually help you look at some stuff out here. And you can actually click this button over here to start recording data, and then I can actually grab the PCAP of it, and the PCAP I can open up in Wireshark, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so I can do a little bit further analysis. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is awesome. I can't wait to show the guys at work about this. I can detect gray hunters now. Now, I gotta play with this, and, now, I still don't know how... So this is one of those times where I'm like, I want to get into the gray area of things, and I know immediately what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is calling my lawyer to ask him some questions, because, I want to see about building a stingray for research purposes, but I have to ask the legality around a lot of that, and I'm probably going to have to make a Faraday cage for it. Because I can't have any unintentional, issues with it. It's the same thing as, like, now that I'm studying to get my ham license and everything, same story, you can't do things that, cause issues. So, yeah. This is cool. This is cool. Haha! I like this. This is nice. And this was only $20. Only $20. Do you know where I could turn my neighbor's Bluetooth off? Okay, let me tell you something. Messing with stuff that does not belong to you is illegal. Don't fuck with other people's shit unless you have unless you have permission. So, as annoying as they may be, do not fuck with their Bluetooth. Like, seriously, FCC, no fuck around. Like, I'm not joking. That's serious, like... Yeah, so no. Oh, I know how to do it, but I've only done it on my own shit. But, no joke. This is a good thing for you to learn. Messing with another person's wireless signals is a federal offense. At least in the United States. I'm pretty... In a lot of other jurisdictions, too. Like, that is serious. It's the, Electronic Frontier Foundation's IMSI catcher. So you can do this on many other devices. This is the one they told you that they, at least have tested for. So, I'm probably going to get myself a Verizon, SIM card, a prepaid one, just to, like, for the hell of it, I'll have another hotspot. But the idea is that little, green line there you're seeing at the top tells me if we're good or not. That's what they added into this little firmware here. I gotta charge this guy because it's brand new. But yeah. It's illegal to explore someone else's network as long as you don't alter. It's illegal, period. Let me repeat myself. Unless you have permission, you are not allowed to mess with other people's stuff, even just to poke around. The key thing here is permission. You want to do that shit? Go into, cybersecurity. Find a job that'll let you do that shit. Hell, my job let me mess with my RFID readers. In the 90s, it wasn't illegal. In the 90s, it was fucking illegal! Don't kid yourself. And if you think that I'm wrong on here, well, I would say to go ask Kevin Mitnick, but he's dead, but... Kevin Mitnick is a clear example of, no, that shit was illegal. Hack the Box or try Hack Me. Either one's fine. There's also Parrot CTS, which a friend of mine runs. VPN at home is unuseful. How? Not streaming services. Well, very simple. What advantage does it really give you? It doesn't. The reality is most people think that a VPN is a magic button to give you more privacy, but if you're going to do the exact same things on a VPN as you would do off a VPN, you're not going to add any benefit there. Hide stuff from ISP. Why are you all so worried about your ISPs? Like, seriously, if you don't trust your ISP, why are you paying them money for internet? Why are you not just going to the library and using internet? And don't give me the convenience argument. Don't give me that. Like, if you seriously don't trust your ISP, then you probably shouldn't be on the internet from that ISP, period. VPN or not. At the end of the day, a VPN's not really helping the average person with anything. It's really not. I use VPNs primarily to change my geographical location when I'm tinkering. What's up, Martin? How's it going? Yo, I'm also studying for ham license. Which license are you aiming for? I'm not sure how it works in the US. I heard y'all have different licenses for different bands, though. Yes. So I first have to go for my technician license. I have to sit down and study. That takes about 10 hours of studying. And then I'm going to go for my general license, which lets me access all the bands. Arch user, I imagine? No. My parents loved me. So VPNs don't hide my goon activity. No. You realize there's these things called cookies? If y'all don't understand how cookies operate, then a VPN's not going to help you with anything. And look, there's it's one thing if your argument is made of just because you decline the cookies doesn't mean that you're declining all the cookies. When you hit decline, you're only blocking the optional cookies. Read closely on those terms and services when they're actually, presented to you. You may say reject, but they may just be rejecting the optional, additional cookies. Look, there's one thing if, people are, making the argument of, I can't access websites because of legal legislation that's blocking my ability to access certain things. It's another thing if you're thinking it's going to actually look up the quick protocol and cookie handling. Yup. Yeah, only necessary cookies are on. What defines a necessary cookie? Are you defining necessary cookies, or are they defining necessary cookies? Think about that. A bit of percussive maintenance and off and on again procedures. You may want to check your hardware if you're needing to do percussive maintenance. Then you have Facebook's Pixel. Facebook's, Google's, TikTok, all these different social medias have a Pixel, pretty much, to track your data across, different browsing and everything. Any of those websites that often have a share to Facebook or whatever button like that for social media often has tracking built into it as well. There's a few add-ons that I use to clear a lot of that shit out, like clear URLs, then simple login for generating random aliased emails, uBlock origin. That's all I really need. And Dark Reader. And of course my extensions for my password managers and all that. Facebook is horrible in that sense. Facebook is like a malignant tumor, spreading cancerous cells all across the body of the internet. I am not a fan of Meta. The only Meta product I still use is Threads, and use is a very, very loose term. Like, if you notice on all of my socials, I don't even advertise. that I use threads or have threads. Starting to start my career in CS Blue Team. I just graduated comp sci. What projects or certs would help in my search? Home labbing. Make yourself a network home lab. Like the PF Sense home manual. If you join the Discord, HBX, I think it was HBX, shared a great document that I've pinned to the top of the general chat, which has a great amount of resources and labs that you can tinker with to learn a lot of things. Thank you for the follow, Martin. Someone claimed the Pikachu hat. What's your Discord? Link in bio. It's Renegade Penguin. You can also go to discord.chiefgeek3d.com. Same spelling as my username. That does a 302 redirect to always get you to my Discord in case you don't know the invite code or anything like that. You can also go to links.chiefgeek3d.com over in the social section. And the link's in bio. Look, you work in tech. You know a few tricks of the trade. Currently working on that exact project. Yeah. I know your pain. I got my PF Sense working pretty well that most of the time I don't have to touch it. Now, the annoying thing is probably in a few months, I'm going to replace my PF Sense box and completely redo it again. Pretty much do labs, keep applying. The thing I would also give advice to you, and this has helped me, this has helped others out. Of course, certs, you got security plus things like that. But what I would recommend is show your work. What I mean by that is if you're in the middle of starting a career, get a GitHub, make sure that's linked to your resume, do stuff on your GitHub. On top of that, make yourself a blog, like a WordPress or something like that. You can get a free one, but ideally you want to pay a couple of bucks. Here's why. I'll get to that in a second. Make yourself a blog. Journal what you're tinkering, what you're building, what you're learning, all of this stuff. Have that blog linked to your resume. Because then your employer can go to that website and be like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. This is nice. Now, buy yourself your own domain. You can buy it for like $8, $9 a year from Cloudflare. Okay? Point your domain to that. So you have like acme.com or whatever the hell. Now what you can also do with this to give yourself a little pop of more professionalism, spend $6 a month, get yourself a Microsoft 365 license from the business side. Business 365. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let me make sure I'm not logged into my shit, because otherwise it won't show the pricing page. There we are. Okay. So if we go and turn on dark mode, because fuck all the light mode shit. So if we go into, pricing for businesses over here, okay? Why are you being slow? Oh, I know why. Because I'm blocking scripts and shit. But anyway, go to Microsoft 365 on the business side, and I'll wait for that to do its thing. It's because I'm blocking some shit on my firewall and everything. Microsoft things. But anyway, get yourself Microsoft 365. Yes, I do like Microsoft 365. And there's a couple of reasons why I would recommend this. One, learn Microsoft 365. Because the reality is most businesses are using Microsoft 365. And you can play around with their environment and everything, and then make an email under that. So now you have acme.com, or whatever domain you want to get. And then you can have, like, Timmy at acme.com. And then put that email, that professional-looking one, on your website. Or you can go to Proton Mail or something like that. Either way, but 365, you can at least learn about it. Because if you're doing Blue Team, you're going to want to learn about, like, e-discovery and, doing message tracing and a bunch of other things. So it'll prepare you for what you're probably going to see in cybersecurity as a business. So $6 a month, it's not bad. Of course, they have the more, higher end versions of like $22 a month. Don't worry about those for now. Don't worry about those. Yes, they have the legal holds and other features you're probably going to want to play with, but they're a good start. And then while you're at it, you can play with the identity provider that they have built into there. Google doesn't offer as many features for the same price. They nickel and dime the hell out of you for a lot of shit. So keep that in mind. Haven't used pfSense, only OpenWRT though. OpenWRT is a good router, but it's not a good firewall. pfSense is like, you have OpenWRT is here, pfSense is like here. pfSense is about as close as you'll get without spending a bunch of money on licensing for corporate grade firewalls, like your WatchGuards, your Sophos, your Junipers, your Palo Altos, your, Arubas and all that stuff, your Ciscos and everything like that. pfSense is in that class. I've seen pfSenses deployed in data centers. So it's really great shit. Let me screen record this on my phone. Got it. Okay. Should I be getting and by the way, you can always check the VOD on YouTube and Twitch. Just so you know that, yes. No, that sounds confusing. Your username is yes, but yeah, there's always I like to keep VODs of this stuff. So most of my streams are on YouTube, live. I simulcast, and they're also on Twitch. Is it okay to use Microsoft Access to make an ERP software? Not really. Access is... Okay, let me put it this way. Access is good for, like, a 1 or 2 user thing. Once you have, like, more users, you want a proper ERP. Microsoft makes a proper ERP. It's Dynamics. Microsoft Dynamics 365 is the cloud-hosted one. Now, they have Dynamics SL and Dynamics GP for the local ones, but most people aren't using those anymore. So, use Dynamics 365. Which license of 365 are you talking about to be able to do stuff with identity? The business ones. The business ones, like $6, some odd cents. That one apparently has Microsoft Entra built into it. So you can use them as your identity provider, and then you can attach applications. I haven't played with it too much because I used another identity provider for Microsoft 365. No, the answer is no. Yeah. Access is basic, bitch. It's not really an ERP. It's a software. Use Microsoft Dynamics for the ERP. Now, if you're a big boy and you are like, hey, I need more than what Dynamics can do, there's another one called Acumatica. But that's for companies that are $3 million in revenue a year. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's good. It's good shit. But it's not cheap. Thank you. Just to make it clear, all labs on GitHub make professional email and journal. List all labs on GitHub. Well, it doesn't have to be all the labs on GitHub, but if you're doing any coding projects, put that in GitHub. Make a blog with WordPress. I think it's Ghostery is the other blogs platform. There's a few out there. Make a journal of all your things. And, then you can link that in your blog. And of course, you can feel free to join the Discord. And we can walk you through a lot of this shit. So, yeah. Medium, not so much. Here's why. Medium goes to medium.com. I'm trying to give the impression I help you get the impression better off to your employer that you know your shit. If you run your own blog and email through your own domain, that also subtly shows you have an enthusiasm for this field, but also you know how to manage DNS records and everything. And if you're starting off very early, that's a little bit of a nice wow factor of, I didn't just get out of school and, wake up out of bed and said I wanted a job. I actually like this field. I'm learning, I'm tinkering, I'm doing on my own, and I'm investing in my own education. Rather than just going to school as the investment, you're showing your work. It's one of those little things that when you come out the door. What about my own domain? It's a .online. That's fine. It doesn't have to be a .com or whatever. It just has to be a domain. I mean, I don't care if you got .social or .wtf. Well, probably don't put .wtf for professional reasons, because some HR people will not take kind to that. But I digress. I got a .online for the who is privacy. Who is privacy? You mean, why don't you just buy your domain through Cloudflare? Then you don't need to worry about the who is privacy. It's built in. $9 a year. Call it a day. Woo!
First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
Oh, by the way, I've been talking to Tuda Noda, the secure email provider. I like them too, don't get me wrong. I'll have some content talking about them soon. I am affiliated with Proton, but I'm going to be affiliated with Tuda soon too. So you can buy either one through my links, help support this channel. Y'all know I only will endorse things I actually will use, believe in, and trust myself. But of course, if I can make a buck off of it to support all my content, I'm not going to say no. Yeah. And when applying, do you think cover letters are important? I feel like it's a waste of time. They are absolutely important. I know they feel like a waste of time. But the reality is, a personalized cover letter really helps out because it summarizes to the recruiter, HR, and hiring manager why you want the job and your skills and everything like that. It's annoying. It is. But it's worthwhile. And make sure it's customized to each one. $9 with Cloudflare, $2 with Namecheap. I don't care for Namecheap, though. Yeah. I've never used a cover letter. Yeah, it helps, though. How specific are we talking with cover letters? Summation of your job experience and your qualifications for this role. A little, a blurb about, hey, I like Acme Corp. I, think this aligns with my values and things like that. Just like, make sure you kind of show in the letter, one, about you, and that you know about the company and what they do and stand for. Too many people. Okay, you want to know the gut punch question I've asked of anyone when I'm across the table from them and they want to join a team I'm on? It's this. Why do you want to work here? Answer that question on top of your qualifications. And it can't just be, I need a job. Why do you want to work here in particular? If it's a FANG or one of the Tech 100 companies, then sure, maybe use one. Yeah. I like you. I like you. Do you love me? Do you love me? Y'all probably don't even get that Jet Set Radio Future reference. I love you, do you love me? I love you, do you love me? I love you, do you love me? Man, I should hook up my Xbox one day and play Jet Set Radio Future. I should find my 360 and do that. We should do that one day. That was a great game, Jet Set Radio Future. That was a good OG Xbox game. That was awesome. Sorry, tangent. Okay, never mind. I can't English today. It's okay, buddy. I can't English most days, too. I mean, supposedly you can play 360 games on PC now, so I've heard. Yes, you can, but I haven't found a way to do that on Linux yet. Thank you. I'll join the Discord and try out those labs. My pleasure. Yeah, if you join the Discord, check the general chat. It should be pinned to the top, if I recall. Let me make sure of that. Yeah, it should be in the pinned messages. Yeah, HBX just says, here's a good guide. There's about a 14.5 megabyte PDF file. Wine? Well, yeah, I do need to refill my wine. I use Proton, which is wine with DXVK and a couple other things. In case you're wondering, yes, there is a wine fridge underneath my desk. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bottles of wine. Freshman in cyber, learning my first language. What should I look at? Linux now or wait? I'd play with Linux now. It's not as hard as a lot of people think it is. It's just different. The honest truth is, this is what's going to blow a lot of people's mind. Linux is actually easier than Mac and, well, Mac and Windows. It really is. The thing that people overthink is they're like, well, I have command line interface. Let me put it this way. I want you to think about when you have to administrate a Windows computer. What tools do you need? You've got registry editors. You've got group policy editors. You've got services. You've got control panel and all their different tools there. You've got, you know, there's like a dozen different tools you use to administrate Windows built into Windows. Do you know what tools I primarily need in Linux to administrate it and configure the whole system? Anyone want to take a guess? If you know the answer and you're a Linux guy, you can't, you know, chime in. I mean, terminal is one. That wasn't what I was going for, HBX, but shush, you know the answer. Notepad. You just need a text editor. Just a text editor. Seriously. Hey, Jessica, how you doing, buddy? Obviously, it's Microsoft Word. Don't need an Office suite. You just missed that we turned this little 4G $20 hotspot into an IMSI catcher. So I can actually, it's called Ray Hunter from EFF. So that little green line at the top, I can use this as a regular hotspot, but that little green line at the top tells me everything's good. But I can also plug into this over the Wi-Fi or USB and capture all the data for analysis and PCAP. Yeah. $20. EFF. Open source. Woo! We're going to try to do the same thing with a software-defined radio that should be here tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit more of software-defined radio. I'm probably going to have to do some of that software-defined radio at an airport because I'm not giving away my location. What's Wolfenstein? A game we'll probably be playing in a little bit. It is one of the best games. We're here for one thing, and one thing only. Killing Nazis. Which, by the way, I found the loophole for a lot of TikTok moderation, because they kept, you know, flagging me for, you know, even just, like, saying Nazi, is by setting that it thinks that I'm playing Wolfenstein. I was here for shite jokes. We got plenty of those. LibreOffice. Yeah, everything on Linux is a file. It's all POSIX. It's great. Yeah, Linux is super easy to work with. And no, you don't need a full-on computer. You can use a virtual machine, or you can pick yourself up a Raspberry Pi. These are anywhere from $35 to $50. Some of the higher-end versions are about $120. You don't even have to get a Raspberry Pi. You can also pick up a Rock Pro 64, which is a little bit more powerful. Well, I haven't compared it to the Raspberry Pi 5. I need to get a Raspberry Pi 5 to try that out. By the way, it's been a while since I brought this up. This is the MacBerry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi that I 3D printed a case in to look just like one of the original Apple computers. The MacBerry Pi. I don't know if y'all remember when I made this. This was for the frickin' joke that when Apple just released their M1, I put a black t-shirt on, tried to do my whole Steve Jobs impression. I need to find that TikTok. It was funny. Like, did a whole, like, Apple-like release and presentation with it. The worst part about Linux is having Windows users complain that you're using Linux. Yeah, you know, what's funny is when they try to make fun of the Linux people, but then I remind them, if you only know Linux, if you only know Windows, Knowing Linux gives you a little bit of an edge in terms of your job, because people can say they know Linux, but if you actually can use Linux, prove it at your job, that's more hireable than a Windows user, because Windows users are a dime a dozen. Original Mac I was on was an Apple Mac 512K. Man, good shit. Linux is awesome on old machines. Linux is just awesome, period. It works on really, really low-end hardware. Like, Windows would barely be able to function on a device like this. So this is the MNT Pocket Reform. So this is an upgradable ARM CPU in here. This is fully open source, fully right to repair. Aluminum case, mechanical keys, like clicky, you know. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's clicky. Probably not through the filters. But this only has 8 gigabytes of memory, 128 gigabytes of eMMC, and it's a 4-core ARM CPU. Now, the only complaint I have with it right now is the issue of the Wi-Fi signal inside of it, due to the fact that it's technically Faraday caged with the copper PCB top on here, but we should have that fixed soon. So the Wi-Fi is working right now, but it's going to drop the signal in a few minutes, and it's going to be like crap. So what I use is Ethernet for it right now. This is an IX connection, if you're not familiar with this. This is something you're going to rarely see. Like, when I say rarely see, this is the first time I personally had a device with it, and I even showed this to my networking guys at work. They've barely seen this. So this is an IX connection with an Ethernet adapter. So there's a Cat6a cable going in, and then gives me my Ethernet connection. And then I can open up Firefox right there. Boom. I can't wait till I get the aluminum top. So then I can open up youtube.com. She's not super fast like my regular laptop and stuff. Yeah, IX. This is the first time I've seen it. My networking guys have barely seen it. It's an industrial connection. I do like it because it's really fucking in there and secure. Now, eventually, when I do my PCB, my backplate upgrade, down the line, they're going to have a Rockchip RK3588 upgrade, and I plan to get the 32 gigabyte memory version with 256 gig eMMC. And that's going to be like rocket fast. Is it more stable than a Cat6? It's about the same. It's a Cat6a shielded connector over there. Setting up my RTMP server PF. What are you setting up an RTMP server for? For some reason it wasn't loading. Hold on. It's doing a thing. Okay, so let's just bring up level 1 text so I can show you a video on this. Alright. She's no rocket ship compared to like my Ryzen 7 8845HS in my laptop and the 5950X I have in my desktop, but for basic things, she's perfect, because I'm looking at her just as a little video player and little text editor and stuff like that. Come on. Not too bad. Now, when I get the RK3588, it should be blazing fast. I do have to drop the audio, I think, in the video. Oh, it's at 720p. Yeah. So I gotta do some additional testing with this. Plus, there are some thermal issues because of the heat retention of the copper infused PCB. But this uses a Raspberry Pi 2040 as the system controller. It's a nice little device. Yeah, I already fixed the battery. I fixed that last stream. So what I did was I ended up, I can open it up so I can show you. So I ended up soldering the battery connector because I could not for the life of me get the JS2 JST connectors crimped on properly. So now I'm just waiting for the new aluminum backplate that I had. There was an open source project that had the aluminum backplate design, and PCBWay is currently CNCing it, as well as laser engraving my logo into it. So that should be here within a matter of a week or so, maybe 2. What desktop or Windows Manager? I'm using Wayfire on here. It's not full GNOME or anything. That's a little bit too heavy for this setup right now. Down the line, I probably will go with GNOME once I get RK3588 in there. Okay, so get the OBS bot. Extreme close-up! Whoa! Okay, so if you can see in the battery, see, can I tilt this up so you can see a little bit better? All right. So what I ended up doing was the polarity is reversed on this than most 60-60-90 lithium polymers have. So the black wire got wired into the red, so I didn't have to rewire it. I had some pre-crimped connectors, and then I just heat shrunk them as well. I did this last stream. And so I soldered those wires in, and then the batteries now work. So I found these two here from a vendor on eBay that had 60-60-90s, but I know they're very common. You can find them everywhere. But the thing I was looking for was ones that had the proper safeties, because a lot of them didn't have proper safeties. This has under voltage, over voltage, or undercurrent, overcurrent, one of the two. And then it also had a temperature safety in here, which is the same as the air emit batteries that came in stock. And I wanted to make sure that I had all the same safeties in there. That was the tougher part. Not actually, it took me more time to find the proper batteries than it was to replace them. So, yeah. See, that OBS bot camera still comes in handy. Oh, and I can, so, yeah. The battery's fixed. Now we're on to the Wi-Fi issue, and then I still got to install the cell modem in here. So I have a Quectel 4G cell modem that I eventually will be installing in here. I just got to get the antennas installed, which I'll probably do after I get the aluminum backplate, just so I don't have any, I want to test the Wi-Fi issue before I get into that. Oh yeah, before I forget, so we have movie night on Saturday happening in the Discord, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week's movie is Alien, the 1979 classic with Sigourney Weaver. And then in the following week will be Aliens, also with Sigourney Weaver, the 1986 sequel to the 1979 classic. How much battery time is with that batteries? I get about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, somewhere around that ballpark. It still definitely has more to go in the way of energy efficiency and everything, but it gets about the same battery life as the average laptop, which it's fine for. Checked it out. Half of their apps are closed source, and they claim the high horse of being. So have you heard of Meshcore? They're aiming to overtake Meshtastic. I checked it out. Half of their apps are closed source, and they claim the high horse of being more open source by being MIT instead of GPL v3. Yeah, I'd rather stick with my little Meshtastic nodes over here. These are great. Gotta charge my little Meshtastic node. I gotta put a Meshtastic node outside. Is there any calibration on this battery? No. I mean, there is, but there isn't. So that little, the thing you saw me put both of the batteries into, that's a balancer, and that handles the load and everything like that. It'll auto-balance the batteries out, and, as far as calibration goes, the worst you may have to do is a full discharge and full recharge. Do that 2 or 3 times. That's what many people were saying in the community. To get an accurate view on battery life and everything like that. I think I still have to do that because the battery looks to be draining really fast in this device. So, yeah. And running a main node on, yeah, they're amazing. I got 2 T1000 after your vids. Yeah, the T1000s are really great. And then I'm running a main node on an old RPi too. Yeah, you can do a lot. The other thing I was looking at doing was I have a software-defined radio coming in. I was going to play with that for a few different projects and at least show the concept of software-defined radio. And then what I'll probably end up doing with my SDR is a whole bunch of things. I was thinking about getting a ham it up with it and probably look at setting up a ham base station if I can off of that. Eventually what I want to do is put some antennas on top of my house so I can work with HF, VHF, and UHF as well as satellite imagery as well for like getting my own satellite weather imagery and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll have some SDR stuff and all that coming about. I need to get back into making YouTube content. I have a YouTube video that I did record, and I started the editing for it. I just got to sit down and do the screenshots and all of that. The first video I'm doing with all this new equipment was the Mozilla's Terms of Service. I'm a little bit behind on it, I know. The other one I'm going to have is Apple's Lost Their Way. I'm also going to be talking about how we need an open source 2D printer and how Brother is just become as bad as the rest of them. So I'm working on content and all that. It's just TikTok is so easy to pick up your phone and do it, whereas the rest of them need me to sit down and everything. Now, the great thing is, now that I have the Elgato teleprompter, this made recording so fucking easy. It's crazy. Can you see the status of each battery? Yeah, I can see the status of each battery. So you can open up without even turning the laptop on. There's a battery status option here. You can't really see it, but it can tell me the life of each battery and what their voltage is. police are responsible for 90% of the hacking online. Doubt. No, not really. Is there a way to read it in Linux? Yeah, you can totally do that. This laptop's fully open source. There's ways to pull more data out of it. Because you have to remember, what is the battery using? I mean, what is the system controller on here? It's a Raspberry Pi 2040. Of course, you can pull everything you can off of this. Our TMP server will do fine, I guess. Alright. I gotta use the bathroom. We're gonna take a quick break. So I'm gonna throw the BRB screen on while nature's calling. And we'll be back in a second. So, just give me like 2 minutes. And I'm back. Oh, thank you for the sub there, Snow404. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Must have happened while I was in the bathroom. Datadog shirt. You went to reInvent last year. No, I went to a user group. So Datadog has user groups all across the country, and I went to a user group and I stole 3 of their shirts. They're just so damn comfortable. That's why you see me in a Datadog shirt so much, because I have that. And a bunch of DEF CON shirts, and DFF shirts, and Grafana shirts, and Linode shirts. Look, you work in cybersecurity or tech in general long enough, you find that your entire wardrobe eventually just becomes a bunch of different vendor shirts. I got in trouble for hacking the school Wi-Fi today. Quote unquote hacking. What were you doing? Were you doing something you shouldn't have been doing? Or, did you get caught by a fucking plebe that, like, is like, oh my god, he's using terminal, he's hacking the internet, and you're really just doing apt update and updating your system? I've had that happen to me. You know how many times I've been in the airport just doing my thing, and I had to do some work in terminal, and cop just apparently bugged me because some fucking elder geriatric Karen couldn't mind her own fucking business, and somehow thought I was the terrorist? Seriously. That shit happens way too often. Yeah, let me put it this way. I'm not a risk to national security. Karens who can't fucking mind their business are. You see something, say something. Why don't you understand something, fucking Karen? I love that I don't have to pay for shirts. No joke. Because of my status as a content creator, I've literally had companies reach out to me and be like, hey, you know, we love your content. Any way we can, you know, do anything for you? I'm like, send shirts, send swag. Any recommendations for level 1 tech jobs, tool-wise? When you say level 1 tech jobs, do you mean like your help desk working on people's shit and everything like that? I mean, you've got like Revo uninstaller that really cleans and nukes out an app to uninstall it. Works pretty well. Just remember that you have to mind the licensing in a corporate setting. There is a commercial license that works pretty well for technicians and everything like that. You've got your bleach bits for your junk cleaning. You've got your antivirus. You can use Bitdefender as a free one just to throw away for testing, but Bitdefender is generally what I recommend. There were a few tools I remember using back in the day. I don't know if a lot of the tools I use even exist anymore. It's kind of good but sad at the same time. As I get more and more into cybersecurity, I feel like I lose touch with a lot of the basic IT roots of stuff. And don't use Siski. What's up in Montreal? How's it going? Bonjour, ça va? Literally the reason I got 5 JP Morgan hoodies. Why are you wearing a Pikachu hat? Because someone used the channel points. That's one of the channel... You spend a few thousand channel points, I'll wear a Pikachu hat. I keep it here for a reason. Ça va bientôt? Yeah. Très bien. Je suis très... what was it? Je suis très désolé. Je parle un petit peu en français. Look, my family's French Moroccan, so I know a little. Most Americans only know Ménage à Trois. It would be nice. I can help assemble this. Yeah. Oh, I felt really sorry when I was in Morocco, and I realized how bad my French got. So I gotta say, I'm an A+ student and got all my work done and I have an external domain for accessing my home lab. I went on said domain to watch the MLB spring training on my Jellyfin server. It then brings me with an error from Chrome. I disconnect from school Wi-Fi to my cellular, which is very dog shit near my school. So I found out school has blocked my domain, and also find out how they block stuff is using Pi-hole. They have 2 Pi-holes, one for students and one for teacher staff. Omelette du fromage. Y'all watch Dexter, and I know it. I love how 2 of you just comment the same things. Omelette du fromage. Except the one at the top actually had the proper spelling, I believe. So wait, your school's using Pi-hole and they're not using a proper firewall? If I'm understanding this correctly, they're not even using like pfSense on a proper firewall that could then use the Pi-hole lists? Never watched Dexter and am dumb. Dexter's Lab? You've never seen Dexter's Lab, but you get that reference. Schools cheap out when they can, for sure. But that blows my mind. Why would they use a Pi-hole? Because that, like, means your entire network is based on a Raspberry Pi. And a Pi-hole, let's be completely honest. You have several hundred people on a network, potentially. That's a bit of an overload for a Pi. You meant the murder show. No, I meant Dexter. Dexter's Lab with Dee Dee. The sister. And also, let's make this very clear. Every boy had the weird fantasy about Dexter's mom. That was our coming of age moment. That and Christy Carlson Romano / Kim Possible. Prove me wrong. Smells like it's time to burn out the pie. Yeah. I'm in this post and I don't like it. We're not going to talk about Topanga. Topanga! Yes. I mean, she was up there, don't get me wrong. But it was more a matter of, were you a Disney kid? A Nick kid? You know, what in the millennial ish is this? You know exactly what you stepped into, Jessica. This is your own doing. Yes, Shigo. Shigo can get it. I once had an ex that dressed up like Shigo. She got it.
She even got me on camera.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Wasn't me.
I love my little soundboard. I still gotta add some sounds to it, but I've got like so many different ones from like different hip hop songs. When is your next DJ set? So I actually do want to get DJ turntables eventually, and a lot of you don't know this, but back when I lived overseas, I actually wanted to I actually did DJ for a bit. I did okay, but yeah. The pie hole is very outdated and has no auth, so I may have logged on and unblocked my domain. Also, one of the hard drives from the school server failed an hour ago, so they thought I also bricked the server for Lois. So the principal wasn't mad about the pie hole, but they thought I broke their server. I got yelled at that for mainly, and so the IT guy helped me out and proved that I could not from my phone break the server. Anyways, did one thing and got blamed for the other. Hey, Snow's school? He didn't do anything. He was with me. I need a Navi listen. Ooh, that's a good suggestion. Somebody needs to remind me of all the sounds in Discord to add. So what's the advantage to use a pie hole? So basically a pie hole acts as your local DNS server, so you can do DNS blocks of different, ads, trackers, things like that. You can do a little bit of, adult content blocking on there if you want to have your family-friendly network, things like that. I use the pie hole lists in my PF Blocker NG app for my pfSense firewall, because I can not only do a DNS block, but I can do an IP level block as well. I've been hearing good things about Technetium. I just haven't played with it much. Had to do the adult blocking for my grandpa when he lived with us. Was your grandpa the kind of guy that walked around with his robe wide open that ended up, just with a bunch of...
Emotional, damn it!
Look. I'm bi, but saggy man balls are saggy man balls. I'm just saying there. Because, if I see an old man walking around with his robe wide open and nobody want to see that shit, it's just basically like...
Oh, that's when I smack the shit out you. I smack the shit out you.
This segment of the show is brought to you by wine. We're running a Fi phone portable and thought we were hot shit low until some ass decided to watch adult content and ruined it for everyone. Yeah. He was watching it at the group poker table at the neighborhood game at our house and was watching it at the dinner table. Old people just don't give a fuck. They really don't. Old people are just be like, fuck you, man. I've been on this earth for 70 years. I'm gonna be out soon, so fuck y'all. I can't wait till I'm like in my old man age, basically. Because, like, I'm gonna be the guy, you know, just basically go, you know.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me.
I had a teacher get fired for that. I had a teacher get arrested for watching the child. Ooh.
Better watch your back before she turn into a killer.
Your school's effed. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. Kitty shit ain't ever a good thing. No. I'm just gonna put it this way. I'm not one for the death penalty, but if you fucking touch a kid, I believe the death penalty should be thrown at kitty touchers. Just saying. I have helped DDoS to get out of a lab class. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Look, there's a lot, but the honest truth is, any cybersecurity person that you find around my age or older has done some nefarious shit most often. Or at least done some things that you probably skirt some ethical lines on. The rest of the prison will take care of it. No need for death row. Fine. Let's advocate for assless chaps for all kitty touchers. Just let that ass bear open. Just printed 300 pages in the teacher room. Best use for a Raspberry Pi? Whatever you want to do to tinker with it. That's the best use. Question, is it possible to play games like Modern Warfare 2 on Linux? If they have a kernel-level anti-cheat, no. But if they have a kernel-level anti-cheat, I wouldn't even install that game on Windows. You can play plenty of games. We'll be playing Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, in a few minutes here as well. It's been a while since we've done gaming on Linux. We can still talk tech and everything like that, too, don't get me wrong. But I feel like the need to kill some Nazis. I'm too fat for chaps. I mean, that we were talking about kitty touchers wearing assless chaps. Do you have something you want to tell the class here, Chris? At some point, we used Cain and Abel, out of all things, to get an admin password. I swear, the 2000s to 2010s were the Wild West. Oh, yeah. As a 37-year-old man myself, I will say you are already at your old man phase life. It starts at 25 now. You must not have gotten that memo. I did not. I reject your reality, and I substitute my own. I have never grown up past 16 years old. I can drive a car, but beyond that, I am physically old enough to drink alcohol. I'm just not mentally there yet, okay? Mentally, I'm a bitchy 17-year-old. Well, here's to still being in our teens. You know, I haven't drank that much wine lately. This is probably the most wine I've drank. Fuck words. It's probably the most wine I've drank in probably a week. I'm on my second glass. Usually I just have the one glass. Although I still think the best time was that one time I drank a whole bottle and I was playing on Oregon Trail, and I got kicked off TikTok for harassment and bullying because I was harassing Beth, the NPC, because she died of a snake bite. That was funny. If we're talking about mentally, I like to think of myself as Uncle Iroh. He really had a worldview I resonate with. Everyone that watched Avatar: The Last Airbender had Uncle Iroh as their uncle. Had to teach people to not pass user action laws in the app token layer today. I was a little bitchy. Yeah, there's a whole lot to app security that a lot of people overlook. It's quite interesting. Me, I like to tinker with a lot of the hardware and stuff. So this is really neat. So apparently you can get like 3-4 hours on this device here with a hotspot, but wait, is it touchscreen? Oh, so the menu button doubles as that. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get a Verizon SIM card, because they said we're gonna do this. This is not gonna getting past the SecArch review, but go on and test that. I'd like a PSP 1000 to tinker with again. I lost my old one in the move. Oh, the PlayStation Portables? Those were really interesting and amazing devices. Probably one of the best handhelds that you could have had ever, period, hands down. But it is what it is. I am mentally the dude from the Big Lebowski. So about that, I just cleaned my bathroom the other day. Cleaned it up, did a deep clean for the upstairs bathroom. And I even washed the rug. And I remember going to Yitz and said, the dogs peed on this rug. It really pulled the room together. The dentist hurts. I had mine hacked. Wait, what? You should probably, lead with us that that's probably the PSP you're talking about, not that you hurt at the dentist because you hacked them. I'd rather have a PSP versus Switch, and I own a Switch. I can understand that. I feel like the PSP overall was more capable. Not in terms of, raw performance or anything like that, but just in what you could do with it. What gadget do you got there, Chief? Oh, this is what we were starting the stream off with. This is a, Orbit, or, is it? Yeah, this is an Orbit 4G hotspot that we hacked to, be an IMSI capture. So it's running EFF, Electronic Frontier Foundation's Ray Hunter, to go detect stingrays. So what it added was, there's a little green bar at the top. And if that bar ever turns red, that tells me there's a stingray in the area, potentially. I should be writing a presentation, but this is more fun. Yeah. PSP was hacked and dentist dug out a broken tooth. See, here's something you should know about me. I try when I can to get a dentist appointment at 2:30. That way I can do the lame dad joke of tell people that my dentist appointment is at 2:30. What, you've never thought about that, Jessica? I literally do that. And then, like, now it's become a running joke at work that whenever anyone, you know, makes a dentist appointment that happens to be at 2:30, I'm like, it's 2:30. No one else laughed. You know why? Because they need more wine. Chief General. What about General? You just put the boo sign in there? Banned. Banned! Hold on. Yeah, they suddenly got the wrong person. I saw that and I got confused. Alright, we can still talk tech and everything, but I want to do a little bit of gaming on Linux. Excuse me. And it's been a while since we did some Nazi killing. So for those of you that are new, what we're going to do is we are going to reset Pipewire. Then we'll play Wolfenstein over there. Hold on. Damn it.
Front, left. Front, right.
I'm gonna call them thoughts. That's funny. It just flagged a person for misogyny. And I'm pretty sure Jessica is a girl. If that's not what you call yourself or that's cool. Just let me know. I apologize. But yeah. But why do you have a beef jerky bookmark folder? So Mayo. Why do you not have a beef jerky folder? Because I like Stewart's meats. Ever think you'll have a retro night and play the original Doom? Pains me to say Doom and retro. I've played the original Doom. See? Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 3 BFG, Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, Doom 64, and then we of course have Doom Eternal. And they're coming out with a new Doom. We can play Doom again sometime soon. I identify as a complicated houseplant that is never properly fed. Fair enough. 1 second, gotta change something. I played the original Doom. I'm not old, I don't know. Okay. Let's get this show on the road and kill us some Nazis. I just get a happy light so the jury is out. I am an attack helicopter. I am a meat popsicle. Ooh, we should watch The Fifth Element. We should watch The Fifth Element. We totally should. Alright, after we finish watching Alien and Aliens, we gotta watch The Fifth Element. Lido Dallas Multipass! Oh yeah, we gotta play the Warriors. I gotta put that in the, list. So many good movies out there. I don't even know how far into the game we are. Are we, like, almost done with it? I think so, because I think we're, like, how many hours in? Hold on. Doesn't even say. Oh, yeah, we're, like, close to 8 hours. So we're probably close to it. What about Real Genius? We watched that a few months ago. It's in the rotation, though. I'll probably watch it again in a few months. I loved Real Genius. Real Genius was a great movie. It's also fun to share these movies with a lot of people that have never seen these games and movies. Okay.
Happy birthday, William.
Here's to you, all American.
Happy birthday, Terror Billy.
What's going on?
Let's make this your count left.
It says 11 hours for the game. Okay.
Here's to Brother Blazkowicz, toughest motherfucker I ever met.
Terrible.
Damn good banana cream pie right there.
Here's some wicked love.
There's a nice story in Wolfenstein. So allegedly, Blazkowicz is the great-great-great-great-grandfather or something like that of Doom Guy.
So, how was Venus? Did you bring me back anything?
Well, the souvenir shop was closed, but brought you this.
Holy shit, Blazkowicz.
Absolutely must tell you about this fish.
It's deafening.
Oh yeah, that's right. We just came off of Venus.
Secret. Yes, Blazkowicz. Listen, I'm gonna need your Nazi eyeballs on this one. I am not a Nazi. Whatever. Look, I'm trusting you to decrypt the Odin codes so we
See
can
you
disable
now.
the defense system and
Have a good night.
Yes, Blazkowicz. But please stop calling me a Nazi. Oh, I'm
See you
sorry.
later. It's repairable.
I hurt your Nazi feelings. Suck it up, princess. You still here?
I remember when I kept getting banned for playing this game on TikTok, because TikTok got like so pissy at me.
Oh shit, now it's on. Comrades, brothers and sisters, thank you very much. Tomorrow we are gonna shoot Nazis until we run out of bullets. But tonight is for Blazkowicz.
Okay. He's really riding the hog in the middle of the ship.
Oh, god damn! Somebody shit the fuck out of that toilet!
Serve your head in this here jar. Oh, terrible.
He just vomited in the head jar.
Come on, give him a punch! Nexus! Nexus! Schmidt! Give him a Schmidt!
Oh god, he's gonna try to fly the ship while drunk. Not the best idea. Hey, don't fuck your coworkers. Hey, don't fuck your coworkers. They're not your coworkers. You can fuck your co-revolutionaries, though.
Well, first Horton starts with corn, and on occasion we've done barley, but I think, well, I like rye, but he usually does corn.
Oh, damn! Everybody's getting slapped. Is it flying in space? No. It's a submarine.
Wake up, man. You're on pilot duty. Man, where's your arm? What's going on? Our pilot is still drunk, and we're supposed to be in the air by now.
Can he fly in this condition?
Well, he sure can't fucking fly with one arm. Okay, Horton, Anya, get him some coffee or something to sober him up. And Blaskowitz, find Fergus's fucking arm before this whole operation turns into a shit show. God damn. Fergus. Fergus.
Hey, wake
Can
up.
you hear me?
Hey.
Fergus, it's Anya.
I mean, do you call space travel flying? I mean, you're flying through space.
Sorry to disappoint you, but
I tell you, when a man's gone teetotally drunk and disorderly, there's only one cure.
what's that?
Old Horton's patented.
No siree, Bob. I haven't seen Fergus's arm here or anywhere.
So we gotta find Fergus's arm. Wait. Nope, not that.
Cap, check it out. You know that Nazi bunker in Manhattan? Pigs use it as the base of operations. Well, we intercepted a transmission detailing all the combat equipment they got stashed up in there. Get this. On the list is a fully operational constrictor harness. You should check out the brief on the wall map, man. For real.
Okay, so I guess we gotta find his damn arm.
When I speak to Fergus at party, both arms were attached to shoulders.
No, she ain't speaking.
Hey, Parashak. So, I'm looking for Fergus's arm. You seen that thing?
You know, I did see Fergus late last night.
Such a fucking random thing. We gotta go find a guy with an arm. See you later, Chris.
Man, don't look.
Have a good night.
I was meaning to give her this rose, and I wanted to say something romantic, right?
You know, on occasion.
Right? Nothing sleazy. She's a good lass, and I want her to know I'm an honourable man. So, how's this? Maria, ever since I saw you, I've been wanting to do this. And then I handed the rose and I say, this rose is a symbol of my good intention. I hope you'll consider going out with me.
If it's honest and from the heart, it's all that matters.
I'm nervous. I don't want to fuck this up.
Let me play something.
No one solves a problem like Maria. Maria! I just met a girl named Maria.
Ever since I saw you, I've been wanting to do this.
What kind of woman do you think I am?
I've had another year, you stupid fucking arm. I will teach you some manners. So you saw him storm off toward the hangar.
Mm-hmm. Don't think I've ever seen a man that.
I mean, some servers need that treatment. Yep, they need a hard reset. Could you imagine how embarrassed you'd be? You actually want to pour your heart out to a nice woman, and then suddenly your arm just decides to touch her boob. And it was in the most word. Turn up the game volume a little bit. Hold on. Let me know if that's a little too loud. Okay, so we need to go down to the hangar.
Dear Lane Captain.
Look for the arm in the hangar.
All right. Fergus was last seen heading for the hangar fuel depot. Maybe he left his arm there.
I'm gonna bling out a hammer. That's Seth's lab. Hacker Central, Helm, Cantina.
Ever since.
Ugh. This god-awful book could crawl away and die somewhere for all I care. I have one major...
Haven't seen Fergus's arm, guy. Just looking at the
Have
thing.
listened to this.
Okay, so we got the hangar. There it is.
Okay, Arm. Where are you hiding?
Wait, hold on. There we go. Wait, is this the game? Do you have, or do you have laundry running? This is the game. Because we're in a submarine.
Want to show me something, darling? Mr. Blazkowicz, would you give me
Okay, so we need to go back to the cantina.
Hello, my friend.
Nope. Where the fuck is it?
Here we go.
I'm smart, just slightly delayed.
Well, there you go. Old Horton's patented hangover blaster always delivers. Boom.
What are you lot loitering around for, huh? Haven't we got a mission briefing to attend? The party's over. Inconceivable. Incomprehensible. Sorry for going off on you about my shit the other day. You're a good lad. Makes us.
My brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters. Check this.
Alright, so we're getting ready to go for the next map.
Is going to make a scheduled appearance on the Jimmy Carver Show, live from Hollywood, California. Now, while that bitch is getting her ass kissed on national television, we're going to infiltrate the Ausmercer, disable the Odin defense system, and hijack her ship. And then we find that bitch, and we take her out. What you got?
Farquaad, I decrypted the Odin codes Herr Blazkowicz brought back from Venus. Turns out it's just one simple word. Valhalla. Type in Valhalla in any of the Odin terminals, and you will have permission to shut down the automated defense systems.
Really? Valhalla in Odin?
Now fuck off, Nazi. Like I was saying, we are gonna find that bitch and we are going to take her out. What?
Ever call me a Nazi again? I am not a Nazi.
Yep, we're running the game on Linux.
You do not have the right to label me as something I am not, as someone less than yourself, as someone less than human. Say it! Say I'm not a Nazi!
Oh, right. Okay, I get it. You're not a Nazi.
And you! I'm in love with you. Don't you understand that, you dumb idiot? And it hurts. It hurts that you are so stupid you don't love me back. But
She's the daughter of one of the worst Nazis in the game.
my eyes. Get over it and move on. Because I don't need you to be happy. I will just be mentally using your body from time to time for my own personal pleasure. And there's nothing you can do about that.
Sigrun.
But I'm leaving, okay?
No, wait. Don't be silly. Oh, you coming with us?
Oh, Gord, it's like Pam from Archer and a Karen combined, pretty much.
bunker here laid out for us.
Give Sigrun a hug. Poor girl. Her life was nothing but pain. Yeah, her mom was such an asshole to her.
Once we are directly below the Ausmerzer, we must ascend rapidly and vertically. This will give us the greatest chance of surviving Odin's opening salvo. If we are lucky, we make it back out before Odin has a missile lock on us.
Ooh, that's some damn good flying there. Shit. I ran the wrong way. It keeps saying we ran out of video memory, but we're just fine. God damn it. Get the... God damn it. Watch me suck. Let's see, it died 3 times in a row.
Hold on, William.
All right.
However you want to handle this, William, I will follow your lead.
Yep. Shotgun. Let's just take one. Shit. Alright, let's give it a top up.
There are 3 different Odin control centers on the Ausmerzer. 2 of them controlling the automated defense system. The Hugin control center for the port defenses, the Munin control center for the starboard defenses. Finally, there's the Odin main control center for the ship itself.
Understood. How do we get to them?
There's a terminal concealed in the floor in the center of the room, which will open the door leading to the Hugin control center.
Found it.
Okay.
The other
We gotta
parts
get
of
in
the
that
ship
terminal.
are harder to access from your location. Bring up the ship's genetics in the terminal and see if there's a way to reach them, Anya.
Okay, she's doing the thing.
William, find a Hugin control center and shut down the port defense system. I'll stay here and try to figure out our way around this ship.
Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Top off some of the gas. Alright. Let's go burn some Nazis. Alright, we got plenty of armor. What we need is health. We got a little health. There we go. We got health. Game skips a lot. I'm not dropping any frames. Frontline while prego. Not sure why the game skips a lot. It's pretty smooth on my end. And OBS is saying I'm not dropping any frames. Okay, which way do we gotta go? It's the sound that skips, but not the video. The game isn't skipping, it's submarine, so there's waves of noise. Well, an airship, not submarine this time. We were in a submarine before. Stim go out, ammo. Okay, it's gotta be this way, if that was the way out. I mean, that's the way I came from. So, let's see. God, I've been multitasking. Okay. Oh, god damn it! That was not what I meant to do. Wasted a perfectly good grenade. Oh, okay. Gotta use my super strength. Oh, I gotta go up a ladder, which means I drop my heavy gun. I hate that it does that intentionally, so it's like, no, you can't use the big one. You no go do that. You can't go boomy boomy. Gives me super strength. Apparently he's not strong enough to go up a ladder and carry a heavy gun. Makes no sense to me. Any disadvantages of gaming on Linux? Well, if you like games with kernel-level anti-cheat, which I wouldn't install them even on Windows, those are the only things that I have issues with. But everything else seems to work perfectly fine. Okay, maxed out on ammo. Oop. I just went around the corner. Honey! Wait. Honey, I'm home! Nope, can't use that switch. Many mainstream games have a kernel low and cheat sheet blocking Linux. Yeah, but they're starting to get named and shamed for it, so it's not as much of an issue as it used to be. Alright, full load of grenades. What the hell was the point of that? Went around in the full fucking... God damn it. That was definitely a nut shot.
Circumcision. Final test.
Been gaming on Linux for the past 2 years, prioritizing games with native builds, and oh boy, the treasures of gaming I found. Seriously, I have not run, imposed myself games. Yeah, there's a lot of great indie games, because most of the indie games don't care about that kernel-level anti-cheat shit and everything, and run natively in Linux. There's tons of amazing games out there. Enigma Code. Okay, we got the shotgun shells maxed. What do you think of NixOS? It's a thing. I haven't really used it that much. I got tired of distro hopping and all that years ago, so I haven't really done more than Cubes OS and Pop OS. Once you figure out things that work for you, you kind of don't need anything else.
V-A-L-H-A-L-L-A.
Well done, William. The port defense systems are offline. Get back here as soon as possible. I think I found a way to reach our other objectives.
Open the osmosis door. $200 rounds of ammo. Only good Nazi's a dead Nazi. Here we go. Heck, there are even Paradox Interactive games that have a better Linux build than the Windows ones looking about Deer Lamplighters League. Huh. Okay, so we managed to kill all the Nazis in this area. I will take your Enigma code, though. And max health.
William, I need some help here. Hurry, please.
Do you recommend tiling Window Manager for New Year's? Honestly, when it comes to all the desktop environment stuff, that's personal choice. Some people like it, some people don't. I say play with it. See if you like it. Oh.
William, I'm in here. William, jump into the transport pod. They're on the other side. I've reprogrammed these to take us to the upper parts of the ship. We can reach the other...
Yep, we're gaming on Linux.
Hold on.
Gonna be a bumpy ride. Oh wait, we're going up, not down.
I love you, William.
Impossible? No, just install Steam here game.
It's on top of you! William! I'm up here! Thank God you're okay. Listen! Destroy the big fan over there. You should be able to find your way out of there to the ventilation system. I'll make my way to the OD. William, there's another shaft on the other side. You should be able to reach the Munin control center from there. I need you to go there and shut down the starboard defense system. I'll keep making my way to the Odin main control center.
Damn fucking super soldiers.
William, I'm closing in on the Odin main control center. Let's meet there once you've disabled the starboard defense system.
Okay, I'm out of Sturmgewehr ammo, so now I'm gonna have to probably switch to a sub. With my PC build on Windows, impossible to kill the last boss since the item you need to be able to kill it doesn't appear on inventory in the boss fight, while the bug doesn't show up on Linux. Same PC, just different OS, and bam, the game can be finished. Yeah, there's some weird things I've noticed in gaming and all that. Give myself a top up. And then go back to the boomstick. Ah, you damn Nazi commanding bastard. Knew it. Here we go. I knew there was a bunch of ammo there. Wait to get the dual wield the big lasers and you can't. Yeah, there's some things in there that don't make sense to me. Although to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the dual wielding. I mean, it's kind of fun when you get to do it once in a while, but overall, eh. There we go. Now my armor's repairing. Wait, am I supposed to do something in this room? Am I just supposed to get the fuck out? There we go. Almost full. Nope, nope, nope. Some additional body armor. Overcharge the health. Nothing much, Rich. How's it going, buddy? Okay, I could have sworn I need to do one more thing around here. God damn it. Oh. There we go. I'm just a moron.
Circumcision confirmed.
There was definitely a nut shot in there.
Final test.
William, now that the starboard defense system is shut down, you can go back out to the troop deployment hall and climb up the robotic deployment arm. I'm outside the Odin main control center. Lots of activity in this place. Get here as fast as you can.
I was waiting to see which direction they came out of.
Find my way up topside.
There we go. Bunch of armor. Patch dropped a few hours ago. That allows you to play online as a Linux user. Finally, there. It's been a while since I played any of the Dragon Ball Z games. Okay, so where the hell do I need to go now? What the hell? Where do I need to go? I wish they were a little bit more, obvious. Now, do I need to get into one of the pods? No. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, I see. Something there. Oh, okay. Yeah, make that a little bit more obvious, guys. Bit of a fighting game head, so keep track of fighting game news, especially the stuff that says, hey, Linux gamers, Steam Deck owners, free or work again. I get it. The hell?
Must be the old main control center. I'm on my way.
That's one way to launch your super soldiers. I could have sworn I saw two of them. Ah, shit. Bot on that proton, boy on that proton. Yeah. Okay, so let's try that again.
Must be the old main control center. I'm on my way, Anya.
Got your arm.
Good to hear you getting close, William.
Anyone else? I fried my boy out there. Oh, yeah. Let's recharge. Can I ask a question? That's your question. Oh, what's up? Alright, let's go up the ladder. Was ist next? Overcharge our health a little bit, and let's go on. There's a ladder. Come on. Alright, we got 15 meters ahead. Bad, Robo-Doggy. Bad! Oh, I saw you. He's got some heavy armor. And that signal's taken care of. Alright, let's go on. What's next? Get my damn Enigma code. Oh, maxed. Okay. Okay, what's next? See if we can at least finish up a good chunk of this level before I call it a night. And we're moving on. Give it a nice top off. Ooh, railgun. Okay, that I... Shit. God damn. Yeah, it's a really tough section. I know what I need to do. This big boy gun right here, with only 20 shots. Save that. Shit. No, I was... Fuck that timing up. Shit! What's up, Axel? Just keep moving, just keep moving.
feel it, General. You
there we go.
than weak. And this is your day of doom.
I have a network troubleshoot question. What's up? Sorry, I was in a tough section. There's another armor over there. Could have used that. Oh, I could have gone in here. I could have made life so much easier if I saw this earlier. My smart bulb doesn't connect to Wi-Fi. I figured out it's on 5G rather than 2.4. That's weird. Usually it's the other way around. You're trying to make a second Wi-Fi. It's not permitting due to super Wi-Fi settings. That's weird. Alright, let's at least finish up this level for the night.
Watch out!
Pregnant woman throwing a grenade. Woman after my own heart. God damn! Wow. The log and allow setup of a mirrored 2.5G tips and stuff. That's weird. I don't know why that is happening for you. I don't really use smart light bulbs or anything like that, so... You can maybe pop in the Discord and see if anyone has any ideas.
Fuck me. You got your shit, bitch.
Look here, fag. I'm still shooting the shit at the TV.
Have a good night, Rizzle.
We'll be right back with more from General Angle and Decapper after this.
Can I stay here? I just can't be a part of what must be done.
It's okay, Sig. You've earned your keep. Now for the rest of y'all. Y'all ready to start a revolution?
Alright. That's a good stopping point for the evening. Thank you all for joining me. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on all the socials. I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Mastodon, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok. And of course, join the Discord, join the Matrix server if you haven't already. Links in bio if you're over on the TikTok side and you can't see it. But thank you all for joining me. I'll be back on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, if you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. I will see you next time. Love y'all. Happy hacking. Stay safe out there. Stick around for the raid.